Okay, this is the second part of the video. So the first part, we talked about 3 things. Alright, so this is the second part of the video. On the first video, we talked about self-awareness, how to learn about your bad habits, realizing that you have bad habits, self-education, reading books, reading up on a topic that you want to, whatever you're trying to do, getting research done. Then we talked about, making time, clearing up your schedule, seeing all the things that you do that, create bad habits, spending too much time on social media, stuff that you can do to eliminate time that is wasted. So now we're going to talk about the rest of the steps. So this is like a little 10-step guide. I'm going to make this into one video on top of the video that I released. So I'll put it together and I'll make this a part 2. So the fourth thing that you got to do is create a goal. If you want to build a successful mindset, if you want to become successful at something, the fourth thing that you need to do is create a goal. So you're going to create a goal on whatever you want to do. If you want to become, you want a certain career, you got to create the goal. What do you have to do? What degrees do you have to achieve? What amount of hours? What type of experience do you need? What did someone in that exact same position do to get where they're at? That also comes in with research. You got to figure out how to get to that point. So you got to create the goal. The second thing you have to do is you got to figure out how are you going to achieve that. There's many ways to achieve it. What's the most reputable way to achieve it? I would say not the easiest. You never want to find the easiest way to do things. When you find the easiest way to do things, you make yourself in a worse position than you were in. So you don't want to find the easiest way to do things. Alright. Now the bullet point underneath that is you have to visualize. You have to see yourself doing that achievement. So I'm going to use a career as an example for the rest of this video. So if you want a specific career, if you want to be successful in business, you want to have a successful business, you want to be a successful person, just being a successful person. I think that's what I should leave it at. Just being a successful person. You have to visualize what a successful person looks like. Whether it's, financially stable, living their life, enjoying their life, you have to visualize what a successful person looks like. What do you see yourself doing? One of the easiest things to do is to, visualize a goal. If there's a certain object that you want to achieve or attain, materialistic things is not really something that I would suggest you model your goals after, but hey, it helps motivate some people. If you want a particular car, hey, I want this X, model X, hey, what does it feel like to drive this car? You watch tons of videos, you imagine yourself getting to this point. What do you have to do to get to this point? Everyone does that. That's been successful before. You see a lot of people that attain stuff. They say, "Wow, I've dreamt about this so many times." I've spent so much time thinking about what it would feel like to drive this, to sit in this, to have this, to own this. To be this person that I am. You have to visualize, and then you need a purpose. You need a purpose as to why you need to do this. Some people just need to do this because they need to make their lives better. You want to do this for your kids. You want to do this for yourself, which is the number one reason. You want to do this for yourself. You want to be a better person to be of value to this world. We all have a value in this world. You want to create value in yourself in order to create value in this world. So that's another reason. What's the value? What's your purpose? You have to find a purpose. When you have a purpose, it makes it that much easier to succeed because you're not gonna quit. It's my purpose. I have to do this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I have to get this. I have to do this. I have to be this person. So you need a purpose. Then after that, the fifth thing you need to do is set a routine. So a routine is just something that you have to do every day. So whether you wake up, take a shower, 6 a.m., brush your teeth, eat breakfast, read, work on your business before you go to work. If you got to go to work at 9 a.m., if you have the whole day, hey, that's fine. But most people, I'm just going off of the regular average person. You know, before you get to work at 9 a.m., if you got to leave the house at 8, you know, you want to be working on your business as soon as you wake up. Something that employers don't tell you, something that a lot of people don't tell you. The reason why you work 9 to 5 is because that's the most productive time in your day. That's when you are in one of the most productive states. That's why you go to work during the daytime. I mean, when you come back home, a lot of people are lazy. You know, they don't feel like doing things because that productive time slot in your day is used to go to work. So you want to set a routine. You want to set this routine for 21 days or 3 weeks. It takes 21 days for you to develop a habit. You want this routine to become a habit. When it becomes a habit, then you want to add on one more thing. Every 3 weeks, you want to add on something to that routine that makes you that much of a better person. So, let's say you read for an hour every day for 3 weeks. The first week, it's going to feel like hell. You're not going to want to read. Something that I always do, you know, I always convince myself, let me just do 5 minutes of it. Chances are, if you do 5 minutes of it, you're going to complete the task. You're going to say, hey, I already did 5 minutes. Why not let myself continue doing this? You know, get it done. So you want to do that for 3 weeks. You want to stick to it and add on every 3 weeks until at the end of the year, you're going to have a couple of habits that have become part of your daily routine that will make you a much better person, a much more successful person. Now, if you curb all your bad habits, you're in an amazing position. You're that much better than you were the year before. Alright, after that, you want to create a schedule. You want to schedule everything that you want to do. So from time slots, you can block out the time slot of when you have to go to work or when you have special obligations, you know, pick up the kids or do whatever you got to do, you know, things that are non-negotiable, that are part of your life that you need to survive. You know, you take those things out and then you create a schedule, right? And you want to create this schedule. There's 2 reasons why you want to create this schedule. The first time is it's that much easier to stick to it. You know, I always put stuff in my phone. That's an easy way for me to like see what I have to do. If I prep for the whole week and I put everything in my calendar, then it's that much easier to get stuff done. There's no, you know, wasting time trying to figure out what to do. Every way that you can find a way to eliminate decisions is going to make your day that much easier. You're saving brain power. So create a schedule on a day that you're like Sunday or a day that you have downtime. You got to create some downtime as well. You can't work 24/7. There's got to be some time slot that's just for rehabilitation of your mind. So after you finish that, you could create your time slots, you know, schedule for the next week. The second reason is when you do this, you're able to cross stuff off. Now, when you cross stuff off, this gives you an advantage because it gives you gratification. You know, we like to be rewarded. When you cross stuff off, it makes you feel like you've accomplished a lot. Once you get that feeling, you want to keep doing it. That's why I say it's important to, you know, create a schedule, list it, put it on a calendar. You know, once you see stuff being crossed off or, you know, being handled, it'll make you feel that much better. Then the 6th thing you want to do is figure out where you're at. You want to see, this may be 2 months after you started doing these things, or this could be a week after. You know, you want to see where you're at. You want to see how close are you to achieving a successful mindset or a successful career or whatever you want to do, becoming a successful person. How far away are you? You want to always map your goal. You want to always see how much progress you've made. When you see how much progress you've made, you see what you need to do to schedule yourself better so that you can continue. So the 7th thing that you need to do is socialize with others that have similar mindsets as you. You want to meet people that are where you want to be. You want to meet people that are at the level that you want to be at. You want to network with people that are doing the similar things as you, so that it can help uplift you. If you network and you continue to be with the same people that do nothing all day, go out and spend hours doing things that are a waste of time and unproductive. You're going to be unproductive, you know. You need a circle of people that are trying to achieve more, that are successful. That's how you learn how to be more successful. You'll see that they have these daily routines, they have these habits, they have these things that they don't spend time on, that the people that are unsuccessful in your circle or in your network do, that these people don't do. So you want to network yourself with people that are actually successful. You know, there's a famous saying that you're the sum of the 10 people that you hang out with, the 10 people that you know. So you don't want to be that person that's trying to do more, you know, and your friend is like, oh man, that's too much work. Like, you're going to start telling yourself the same thing, you know, that's too much work, you know. Why do I have to bother doing this? Why do I have to be a better person? I'm fine the way I am right now. So you want to find successful people that can help you and motivate you to become better. The 8th thing that you have to do is hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable to sticking to these routines. You want to hold yourself accountable for anything that you don't do. You have to hold yourself accountable, because at the end of the day, you, just like I said before, if you have a purpose and you hold yourself accountable, you're going to say to yourself, okay, I didn't get this done today, I got to work twice as hard tomorrow. I got to do 2 hours of reading tomorrow. I got to do twice as much tomorrow. You got to hold yourself accountable. There's no such thing. There is motivation, but motivation should always stem from you holding yourself accountable. You can't just go watch a video, get motivated, and do 2 hours of something and then stop tomorrow until you see another video. You know, you got to hold yourself accountable. We're all, at some point, have to hold ourselves accountable. Like, you have to do what you have to do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No if, ands, or buts. You just have to do it. The 9th thing that you have to do is to keep learning. I mean, things always change. The world is always evolving. You know, you got to learn new things. Your goal may take you 10 years to accomplish, and you may need to pick up new things along the way to stay on track of that goal. So you have to always keep learning, always keep reinventing yourself, getting better, because that's what the other people are doing. Other people are doing the same thing. They're learning new things. As things come out, people always want to be one step ahead of the next person. That's how you become successful. That's how you become the best. That's how you become a master at things. You just have to always be ahead, keep learning new things. And the 10th thing that you have to do is check your progress. You got to periodically check your progress to know how far you've come. You got to know. This is similar to holding yourself accountable and keep learning. I mean, it's similar. You got to check your progress. You can't just be going into something blindly. Like, you have to know how far along you are so that you can change your trajectory to a different path, or if you need to do something else, you got to check how far you've come. You know, time will change a lot, so you have to check your progress. You have to know what you have to do, what's next, you know. And yeah, so yeah, those are my 10 steps that I think will help you build a successful mindset. You know, there's so much more than that. I'm going to be making tons of videos about this, but this is like general 10 steps on stuff that you got to do. It's like general stuff that you got to do. 10 steps of general stuff that you have to do to build a successful mindset. I'm going to have another video talking about, you know, more in depth about each of these things, but this is just a general video. So hope you guys like it. Subscribe, like, share it, and comment below. Let me know what I should add, you know, whether you disagree or agree. Thanks for watching.